Kristen Aguirre is live this morning at the Quincy Public Library.
I know. Good morning, Kristen. Are you diving your nose into some books today?
Well, a little bit. Now, we're in a place inside the Quincy Public Library where you can get coffee, you can read a book, and no, it's not Starbucks. And we'll tell you what it is coming up a little bit later in the show. You're watching KHQA this morning.
Our very own Kristen Aguirre is out and about this morning in the tri-state area. We're going to check in with her now. Good morning, Kristen.
That's right. She's learned about a hidden gem inside the Quincy Library, and people don't understand the library is more than just books.
It is. A good morning. Now, I have come to the library several times. I have walked past this room multiple times, and now I know exactly what it is. It is a Secondhand Prose Bookstore, and you can get everything here. Books, CDs, DVDs, even cappuccino, which I've had my eye on all morning. But first, we're going to hear a little bit about how this place got started. With me now is Phil Rayborn from the Friends of the Quincy Public Library. So tell us a little bit about this spot.
Good morning. Well, when the library was remodeled, they designated an area here for a secondhand prose or a used bookstore. We're into recycling. And the Friends is 116 members strong. Our intent is to be an auxiliary to the library to help support the library in their efforts and funds and the community. So the bookstore here is based on donations. I'd say we recycle. So we try to have people donate books to us, which we'll show you in a little bit. We process them and resell them, and then the funds are used for both the library and the community.
Now, you guys have an amazing selection here. You know, some people think recycled books, and we think they might not have a lot, but we are showing you just a small portion of the amount of books you can get here, and DVDs, music, everything here, and we're going to dive into that coming up a little bit. There's even the romance novel section over here that I'll be looking at, and we will be diving into more of this. Any books you guys want me to check out for you?
How about some realistic fiction?
Realistic? Don't we want to get away? Maybe something like, oh, okay. But maybe I'll think something like tropical.
Okay, because she's in like
a tropical
the
romance novel.
Romantic. She's looking for 50 Shades of Grey or something this morning.
We will see her reading that next.
We're going to check in with Kristen Aguirre, who is out and about this morning at the Quincy Public Library.
That's right. Good morning, Kristen. What's going on today?
Good morning, Tegan and Chad. How are you guys doing this morning?
Wasn't going to say that, but
I know. I could have said good morning, Tegan.
Well, that's right. We are live here at the Quincy Public Library. And so many times when you walk in the library, you may go straight to the checkout desk or straight to the different sections of the library, but you might walk past this Secondhand Prose Bookstore. Now, it is a huge part of the library and funds a lot of it. And with me now is Phil Rayborn to tell me a little bit about this place.
Well, good morning. We're open from 10 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday. And again, we're staffed by volunteers. And this again was a vision of Mary Armstrong and Donna Freer to have the Secondhand Prose Bookstore in the library where we can take donations from volunteers, resell these, get the funds, and use them for both the library and the community.
So tell me a little, it's run by the Friends of the Quincy Public Library, so tell me a little bit about that organization.
Well, it's been an organization that's been around for quite a few years. We have 116 members, 3 of us are here this morning. All, like I said, all volunteers. We come in, run the bookstore, sort the books, which we will show in the next segment, put them on the shelves, and we do have the 2 book sales, which we'll talk about later too, that come along each year in the spring and in the fall, which is what they had before. And I decided, well, hey, we can have a bookstore. We can have a sale all year round, not just twice a year.
Who doesn't love a good sale, whether it's clothes or books? I'm there. Well, we're going to dive into more of the products that you can buy here. You can even get coffee. You can kind of just hang out, do whatever you want. And you may think that this bookstore was just for the Friends, but it's actually everyone is welcome. We're going to dive into it more coming up a little bit in the show.
I know. So are you still checking out the romance, or have you now gone to the realistic fiction?
Well, I'm kind of more into the coffee right now.
Yeah, which they should call it Starbucks.
They should. Kristen, you should tell them to name it that.
You know what, Chad? I will let them know that and see what they think.
And then make sure they have some good attorneys. just in case there's some copyright issue there. Kristen Aguirre is live out at the Quincy Public Library this morning.
That's right. Good morning, Kristen. What do you have for us today?
Good morning. We are learning all about the Secondhand Prose Bookstore that's located right here inside the Quincy Public Library. You can buy books. It's all about recycling, and it's all about donations. So with me now is Pat Rayburn, who is with the Friends of the Quincy Public Library, and you kind of run, your organization runs everything inside there. It's all based on volunteers, and it's a lot of it the store is able to run because of a lot of donations.
Right. We totally depend upon donations. And our donations, we sort them, and that's one of the big jobs that we do have. And today behind us we have some of the donations we got over the weekend.
So basically what people can do, everyone has a ton of books just sitting in their basement, sitting in their attic. Instead of just throwing them out, you can bring them
them to the
here.
library.
And so it's as easy as you walk through those doors, and right to the right we have this donation bin, and just slip them right there,
And
right?
if you can't fit them in the donation bin, you put them in sacks right next to it, and we will take them. We love them.
Now, how do we organize in there, right? There's not a way to know what books we have in there, but it is organized by.
It is organized by subjects: paperback fiction, hardback fiction. Children is a separate section. We have issues like business, travel, religion, cookbooks, history. That's a big one. Then we even have a free donation table back there. Several people give us magazines, and we put them out and we have regular people who come in and look at those magazines each week and take them. So it is organized.
And there is just a ton of variety here. So before you head out to the bookstore, you might want to stop off here and see if you can get a book that you have. They even have sales going on right now, and we're going to dive into those and when you can come check it out coming up in just a little bit.
Yes, because I saw you tweet out a minute ago. Did someone say sale?
I know.
You know, I don't care where the sale is. I'm there and I'm purchasing something.
I know. This is a great time of year to do that, because you can stock up on some of those books because summer vacation is just a couple months away. Stock up now.
That's right.
great.
You want to get your kids, make sure their brain's staying in shape for when the school year starts again. Just come here and pick out a few books with them.
All right, we will see if Aguirre is out and about this morning. We're going to check in with her now.
That's right. Good morning, Kristen. You are at the Quincy Public Library
In front
today.
of a cappuccino machine.
Did you get your coffee yet?
That's right. We are going to get some coffee right now. What goes better with a book than something hot and warm to sip on while you're reading? Cappuccino. And that's exactly what you can get here at the Secondhand Prose Bookstore in the Quincy Public Library. Now, it is a recycled store. All these books come here with me. Now is Jan Little with the Quincy Friends of the Quincy Public Library that kind of volunteer to put on all this together. It's all volunteer based. Now, I hear you are the coffee queen. So tell us.
Oh, yes.
So people can just come here and get a cup of joe while they're waiting and reading and doing that?
Oh, sure. We've got tables and comfortable chairs, and what's better on a cold day than a hot cup of coffee with your book, right?
Right. I mean, we see these all the time, you know, whether it's a movie or different places where you have a bookstore, people kind of just hang out. This is exactly what you can do here. Have a cup of coffee, read a book, buy a book here. You'll be donating to the Quincy Public Library while you're doing it, and you're getting some delicious coffee. So we have coffee here. You could also get a cappuccino. Now, you said there is a special mix you like to do with this.
Oh, yes. The best cappuccino in the world I have found is taking half of the hot chocolate, half of the creamy French vanilla, and mixing it. Yum, yum.
Now, you have been with the Quincy Public Library and with Friends of the Quincy Public Library, starting this since almost it began. What has it been like to watch it grow?
Oh, it has been wonderful. I never imagined all the books we would get donated. Thousands and thousands of books come through here, and they're wonderful books. There are many like new, and if they're not, we clean them up and we only put the best ones on the shelves. And it's been going on now since September of 2011, so it'll soon be 3 years. I can't believe everyone hasn't been here to get a book.
Why would you encourage people to stop here?
It's wonderful. We have all different kinds of books. The prices are so reasonable. Right now, we can get a paperback book for 50 cents that you might
50
want
cents.
because we've got a half price sale, and our hardback books are $3. So you can't hardly beat that.
Well, if you're interested in buying a book, make sure you stop here at the Quincy Public Library. And we're going to take a tour of this room coming up in just a little bit.
Wow, 50 cents, Kristen. That's a good deal.
50 cents. There's Danielle Steele novels over there that I was buying.
Okay, Kristen's birthday is coming up. We know what to get her.
Yeah, and I'll split the cost with you. How about
Okay,
that?
25 cents a piece.
Aguirre is out and about at the Quincy Public Library. We're going to check in with her now as she is giving us a tour of some places you might not know existed inside the library. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning. That's right. I was definitely one of those people, came into the library several times, never even noticed that this bookstore was right within its walls. It's called the Secondhand Prose Bookstore, and it's actually put on by the Friends of the Quincy Public Library, all volunteer-based. And now we're going to take a tour. So with me now is Pat Rayborn with the Friends of the Quincy Public Library. There's so much here. I'm actually blown away. Everything between music and CDs, records, books, everything you get in a bookstore you can get here. So what section do we have here?
This is the hardback fiction, and if a person looks at the hardback fiction, you'll see little colored construction paper on it. That's our only inventory control we have on that section, or any section. It tells us what month we got the book in as a donation, so we kind of know how long it's been on the shelf. It's a very popular section.
And for some people who are avid readers, you know, they're very picky, whether it's hardback or soft cover. And you have everything. We have cooking books here. We also have records. Other sections we have here are
large print, and we have a complete section here just for romance books.
It's my section.
Large print, history. Very popular section is the children's section, and the children's books are very cheap. You can get one for 25 cents.
And this is a great place for parents to visit if they're looking to keep their kids active, especially during the summer months that'll be coming up in just a little bit.
They really do use that.
Now, everything in here, all of you guys that work here, you're all based on volunteer, right?
Yes.
And what's your favorite thing about volunteering here?
Meeting people, recommending books, listening to what they like. We take requests if we don't have it, and we really, really look hard for it. If we don't have it, we put it on a sheet of paper, and if it comes in, we call them and make sure that they get notice that they do have it. But it's really working with the people. They have such eclectic ideas and interests, and you grow from that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm growing as we speak. This is definitely a great place to visit if you're looking to read a book, buy a book, get some music. They have it all here at the Secondhand Prose Bookstore inside the Quincy Public Library. And if you're looking to get involved with this place, we'll tell you how you could do it coming up in just a little bit.
All right, we will see you shortly. That's why I don't play. All morning long, we've been following our own Kristen Aguirre, who is at the Quincy Public Library this morning.
That's right. Good morning, Kristen. Do you play Candy Crush?
No, I don't, but I have gotten several invitations to play. If you're out there, stop sending invitations. I do not want to play. Do not want to play. I don't need to get addicted to that. Well, we are live here at the Quincy Public Library Secondhand Prose Bookstore. And all morning long, we've been showing you the different sections of this book. Now, it is completely run by volunteers. With me now is Janet Little, who is from Friends of the Quincy Public Library that put on this amazing store here. Now, if people want to get involved, what do they need to do?
It is so easy. All you have to do is come into the store. We have brochures right here. Pick up a brochure, fill it out, and you can become a member of Friends of the Library. We welcome anyone, anybody who loves books. This would be the perfect thing for them to join. You can work in the store. We have 2 luncheons each year. You get to talk to people about books and reading, and that's my favorite part of it.
I bet. Now, this organization and this store isn't just to sell books and repurpose recycled materials. You guys are a huge hand in helping kind of fund the library.
Yes, we do help with their projects. We've helped with the book read the last few years to the tune of about $16,000, I believe. We've bought some microfilm machines, some computers for the children's section, and these are extra things that maybe they can't always afford, and we really want to help them out with the projects that they need.
So volunteering here is a great spot for a book lover. Now, what is your favorite thing about volunteering here?
I just have to say my favorite thing, of course, is talking about books. When anyone comes in, I ask them what author they're reading, and then I recommend what I'm reading, and before you know it, I have a whole stack of books to take home with me every time I work.
I think I have got a stack of books to take home with me as well. They have everything here, but and don't think recycling means just things that people no longer want to read. They have things up here from Twilight, Cliff Notes for college students. So if you're interested in taking a look at the books, make sure you stop here at the Secondhand Prose Bookstore inside the Quincy Public Library. It's right to the right. You can't miss it, and you won't after watching these segments this morning. To learn more about it, you can visit our website at KHQA.com.
I know. I won't walk past it again. I mean, coffee and books.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. Wow,
Exactly. And there's a sale always.
I know. And 50 cents, Kristen. I'm telling you, we have your birthday present wrapped up already.
You guys are too kind.
Would you mind picking it up for us before you leave? Is that asking too much?
I still have that bow and arrow from yesterday, Chad.
Great. Well, let's take a